Mike Jones Beats.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags with the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get thrown out the conversation. Throw up two fingers and tell them, please don't keep the drama away. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN, hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content, come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost, yeah, you dudes need to back off. He got the work around here, yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name, that's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags, and you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. Good conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah, why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags with the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags with the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold those over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags?
Frio, yeah, Frio season. Let me put some Frio on it.
Back row.
Big Poppy Frio, yeah, I'm back with another one. Blick something, had to toss the hammer, get another one. Frio season all in effect, till the summer come. Ruby Recordings, my mother's son, but I'm the other one. I just get dough and stay low from Popiana. Soul cracking dope in Rome, Verona, and Oniana. Can't forget Watertown, collect, send the order rounds. Flood the city so much coke, they lock the border down. She just got her ass done, I hit her with the sauce. When she ride me like a hoopty, that's a round of applause. You should know better than the flaw with the guard. I was out in Houston packing my drawers like fuck the laws. Rule number 1, don't be talking on the phone. Rule number 2, don't sell work out your home. Rule number 3, always pay back alone. And if you gotta kill a nigga, hit his ass in the dome. Hold the Desert Eagle, steady's gonna hurt when they jerk back. I'm in your crib, masked up like where the work at. Grip blocks, then spin your block, shoot where your turf at. No more sad, kiss her forehead, then blow your earth back. Whipping work in the microwave, I can move a block a day. She love that I'm a boss, and she praise all my accolades. Work in the microwave, I can move a block a day. She love that I'm a boss, and she praise all my accolades. Free all my real niggas smoke a L to this. All my real killers load your shells to this. All my real hustlers break down bells to this. My niggas locked behind the wall, rocking jails to this. All my real niggas smoke a L to this. All my real killers load your shells to this. All my real hustlers break down bells to this. My niggas locked behind the wall, rocking jails to this. Free up 40 cal under the Montclair to keep me warm. Y'all dick ride, other rappers hoping they put you on. Real niggas, hood bitches, bad bitches recite my song. So fly, I reside at the top where I belong. Mobile with the drugstore, fish scale, much raw. No religion, but the cops swear I'm a drug lord. Big apes and birds, we call it sumo. flip the work effortlessly. We call it judo. She keep texting the slide, but that's Shabudo. She nasty and I love it. She like in the culo. I killed the game from March 1st to June. No big dog shit. Gallas de la Bota, punto. Whole team move with big arms like Bruno. They call me Big Four, but I'm the one like Uno. 4 fingers up, screaming out, boost me coolness. Big Poppy Frio, I influence the students. Yeah, all my real niggas smoke a L to this. All my real killers load your shells to this. All my real hustlers break down bells to this. My niggas locked behind the wall, rocking jails to this. All my real niggas smoke a L to this. All my real killers load your shells to this. All my real hustlers break down bells to this. My niggas locked behind the wall, rocking jails to this. Free up.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a beautiful day. Hey, yo. Alright, so we got a guest that's coming on today. Frio, you just saw his track. I want to know what y'all guys think about that. That's just one. I wanted to start it off tonight with a little bit of energy. And I also want to say R.I.P. to Black Rob. Black Rob passed today. For everybody that didn't know, he was 51 years old. Wasn't I'm not trying to be funny, but how old was shout out to Frio, we in the chat right now. How old was DMX? I'm curious. Just curious, just because I'm curious. But shout out to Frio, that shit was raw. Let's keep it a stack. That shit is hard. Yo, did he say something about shorty like it nasty? Something in the culo? Yo, let's go. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. But we did hear about the passing of Black Rob. Black Rob passed today. For everybody that don't know, he's been having some health issues. They put it up the other day about how he was having some health issues. So just so we could be clear, he was 50. Just so we could be clear, I do have a couple of things that I want to say in regards to that. Shout out to Styles P. Styles P recently came out and said that rap needs a union. And then I heard somebody say, well, I didn't hear somebody say, but DJ Punch, shout out to DJ Punch. Shout out to Punch, for real. A real shout out. DJ Punch, who also told people to buy that dog coin, that doggy coin. Remember that, that dog coin? He also told people to buy that shit. Let me show you something real quick. Right? He had a whole video, so I'm not going to get into it. But that shit just absolutely fell through the bottom. So, for all of us that didn't buy any, salute. I want to say something real quick, right? Listen. When people say that rap needs a union, are you really thinking that baseball needs a union because of the top 10% people that make money? You think Kobe Bryant needed a union in basketball? No. You think when Roger Clemens played, he needed a union in baseball? No. The top tier athletes don't need unions in these sports. They're going to get paid. The union helps to protect the people on the bottom. So whenever I hear, yo, these rappers are just blowing all their money, I'm like, well, first of all, and Punch should know this, and this is not no disrespect to Punch, but Punch should know this. A lot of those rappers on the bottom, that money ain't theirs. They're not blowing no money because they ain't getting any money. Who knows how things could have shook out for Black Rob if, his finances were a little bit better. And I don't know his finances, so I can't say that he was having a financial problem. I'm not saying that, just so we can be clear. But who knows how things would have shook out for him if his finances was a little bit better, because he would have had a union. So these are conversations we need to have. Because even if you're one of those individuals that's like, no union, these are still conversations we need to have. Because you want to know what lack of money do? A lack of money make you not go to the doctor in time. A lack of money sometimes mean you don't have a doctor. You know, if you don't have a doctor, that's dangerous. We should all have a doctor that we go to all the time, where that doctor could then chart our whatever's the hell was going on with us. You should have a doctor. Back in the days, they called it a family doctor, right? You should have a doctor. Every time you get sick or hurt, you should not have to go to the emergency room. Now, for the individuals that can't understand that, we can't even have a conversation. And I get it. There are going to be a lot of people that cannot understand that. I love you still. Alright? But there are going to be a lot of people that can't understand that. You need to have a doctor. If you're a rapper, right? Think about this. I just want to say one thing, and I want to get off this because I don't want to stay on this specifically, but we are going to be talking about hip-hop tonight. And we're going to be talking about contracts. And we're going to be talking about some of the things and some of the trials and some of the tribulations that some of these artists go through. And that's what we're discussing tonight. And we holding some feet to the fucking fire. Alright? Just so we can be clear. Just so I can be 100% transparent on this. We have a series that's going to be coming out soon. We're going to be discussing. I'm fortunate enough to be able to get my hands on hip-hop contracts. So we're going to have a series that's going to be coming out soon. That's going to be speaking about hip-hop contracts. Yep. Jack Frost. So for all of you individuals that think, yo, rappers don't need unions and whatnot or whatever this other shit, why shouldn't rappers have protections? What up, Ace? Why should they not? With that being said, let's get to the show, but let me call out the drops from this morning real quick. Not the drops themselves, but the people who actually did drops. We don't call out the denominations anymore. Just think about that. And so I was speaking to an artist today. And I'm gonna tell you something that the nigga said. The nigga said, What was last night? What was this morning? All right. So there you go. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm not calling out the denominations. We're just gonna call the names. I'm not calling out the denominations no more. I'll call out the denominations when it happened, but the next live I'm not gonna. Shout out to Dog Soldier. Shout out to world famous Peter Method. Shout out to New York Silver Stacker. Shout out to New York Silver Stacker again. Shout out to Chris T. Shout out to Why Not. Shout out to Sincere. Shout out to Black Wall. And shout out to DSTN. Ain't nobody calling you Dustin. I don't care what your wife says. Let's do roll call real quick. Shout out to BBNNETWORK. He says, take a seat, hit that like button on the way in, and show starting. So the show has started, my brother. You are on point. What up, Rude? Don't nobody see them dots, Jones. What up, Liberty Hazelton? How else we got up in here? What up, Shells Price? What up, Vito Corleone? Happy to see you back. What up, Frio? We got Frio in the house. What up, Don Philly? How you doing, my brother? Salute. Who else we got up here? I Am Tired. How you doing? What up, Shelly? How you doing? What up, Mr. Porter? Mr. Porter says, these rappers make their choice in the rap game. Look at 50. He got it out of the mud. Obviously, this Mr. Porter guy doesn't understand what I'm talking about. Okay, but I'm going to read the comment. Y'all could address it if y'all want, but I'm not spending any more time addressing comments that if I don't think that the person is sounding competent. So you're going to have to sound competent for me to address your comment from now on. These rappers make their choice in the rap game. Look at 50 Cent. He got it out of the mud. Didn't I say something about the top 5%, the top 10%? I literally said that, right? And now he's on the top of record labels. Give them a starter kit and they fumbled the ball. Okay. Shout out to you. What up, Ace is King? He says, yo, Jack, I'm in New York. Salute. He said the protection can be in the initial contract. Yeah, it can. It can. You're not. There's. You didn't. Yeah, it can. It can. That's an absolute thing. What up, Black Wall? Yo, what's Black Wall? Was that the real Black Wall that was in here that day that we was clowning him for saying something stupid shit? Black Wall, was that you? What up, Mark Hernandez? He says, what's good, Jack? R.I.P. Black Rob. R.I.P. Black Rob, yo. What up, P from Jersey? He says, facts. R.I.P. Black Rob. What up, Star for Life? Says, salute, Frost. Mark from Jersey said, yo, my boy Frio was popping oh, he's talking to Frio. Yeah, that track is hard, man. I fuck with Frio. That's a fact. I fuck with rappers that got bars. If we got bars and flow, I fuck with you. What up? I can't read that name, and I don't think it was meant for me to read it, so I'm not gonna read your comment. How about that? When y'all come in here with a name that I can't read, I'm just not gonna read your comments. Boom. Alright, so I want to say something real quick, right? And this is what I mean by we have to have compassion, right? See, you could tell when a person don't know what a union is or what a union does when they assume that somebody like rappers don't need unions. I'm going to say this again. You can tell a person doesn't know what a union is or what a union does when they say that rappers don't need unions. So you got to pick your conversation. So I was talking to a brother today, right? Smart brother. And I'm not going to get all the way into the conversation because there's certain things that I don't want to bring up. But basically, after having a conversation with the brother, I realized something. If y'all follow me on IG, y'all saw me post this. I realized I don't have ops. I don't have one op. Ever. I mean, I say it. And I mean it. Don't get me confused. But I don't have ops. I have these, though. It says, you are not an op. You are a hater. Stop telling people we beefing. Tell them the truth. You're jealous. You want to know how you know I don't have an op? Because if I had an op, that means I would be going at people, right? You go at your ops, right? If you have an op, you go at your ops, right? And your ops go at you, right? So what do you call it when you don't even do nothing to nobody and they're just hating on you? They're just jealous. So shout out to the young man I was talking to today in regards to that. Very smart, very intelligent. Very happy to be in communications with him. Black Wall says, laugh out loud. I stepped in the chat to an all-going joke. I don't think it was me, bro. We was going in that day. That day was funny as shit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We was flaming the shit out of you that day. That day was funny. Yeah, I don't got ops, man. I don't got ops. I got haters, but I don't got ops. I'm not reading any more comments that don't make sense. I'm not addressing anything that doesn't make sense. And we're just kicking haters. So I need everybody to get ready to hit people with bags. And just to be clear, we need to make sure that them hater drops is popping. With that being said, recently, for everybody that don't know, there is an artist that used to be signed to Meek Mill. Her name is Melly, I believe that's the way in which you say it. She's Dominican, super cutie. So basically what happened is now she's with Tory Lanez. There was an interview that she did where she was speaking about problems that she had with a record label. When she spoke about these problems that she had with the record label, at first people assumed she was talking about she had problems with Tory Lanez, but come to find out the problems was actually when she was with Meek Mill. Now, just so we could be clear, I'm going to read the fucking comment. I'm going to read the thing that she posted. She deleted her IG, y'all. Y'all already know when people delete their IG, what that mean. She deleted her IG. And I'm going in the wrong place looking for it. And I thought that this was, upon reading what she actually wrote, I was like, I don't know what that, I don't know. I'm going to read it and you tell me what y'all guys get out of it. How about that? Why don't I put it up on the screen? I'm going to put it up on the screen. Unlike most channels, we don't shoot from a phone. We have actual tech. So why not use it? It was, let me see. Boom, right here. That was quick. I wanna, what? Decline access. Get access. No, I don't want access. What the fuck is this? No, I don't want that either. Why are y'all trying to give me things? Okay, so check this out. We can make it bigger so everybody can see. Just so everybody could get caught up with what was going on. This is 2 years ago, by the way. 2 years ago. This is what she posted. This is not soon. This is 2 years ago. But there's a reason why we want to have this conversation. She just deleted her IG. I'm going to show you. Let's read this and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. It says it's easy to judge an argument about things that aren't true and seem a certain way because of social media. But not once have I bashed Meek or even planned on doing so. I got off tour because of a lot of behind the scenes that were happening to me. That doesn't sound good. I made sure to go out of my way to do things that can help me stay with the team because I genuinely wanted to be a part of the family. But it just didn't work out. It was addressed, and I tried to hold the conversation that wasn't an option that was given to me, so I moved on and got offered support from another team. I never intended to snake anyone. If anything, I tried my best to work around many things that put me in uncomfortable situations. As a woman, a lot of things I stood for weren't there, so I took the high road and gracefully removed myself. Bless up, call me what I still, bless up, call me whatever, I still respect Meek, and off of emotions, it's okay to react the way that he did. But if we all take a step back and see it for what it is, I'm not the crazy bitch or the ungrateful person you want to make yourself believe I am. My decision with going with Umbrella was based off of an offer that was already there from years ago in wanting to better my craft and where I felt I belonged. Still, to this day, I'm grateful for him putting me on this album and for the mentions on social media and for allowing me to be on your tour since other members went to do other stuff. And well, thank you to Sherry and the manager, which I had the real relationship with. Now, this was 2 years ago, but check this out. Watch what I'm about to show y'all. What the hell is that? Let's go to her Twitter for a second. What up, Brooklyn Banger? Everybody say what's up to my brother. This is what she posted 2 days ago. Check this out. Well, 1 day ago. It reads, nothing I said had to do with Interscope or my current team. From past interviews, if anyone knows my story, this is from past people. Now check this out. And this is why we're talking about this today. And why we're also going to be talking about unions and how all of this locks in together. This is actual meaningful conversation. I want to apologize to all the people that you just want to hear about rappers beefing with one another. There has to be some channels that's live right now that only talk about rappers beefing. Now look, I tried to go to Melly's IG. Can't find it, right? What the fuck? Why can't we find Melly's IG? Okay, let's try to get there a different way. I hate when I do that. Now, y'all ready to have a real conversation about hip-hop, or you just want to just talk crazy? Because if y'all want to just talk crazy and have conversations about nothing, there's absolutely people live right now that just want to talk about rappers beefing. Just keeping it a stack. Rappers need unions. This lady was in a first of all, I'm going to bring up two different situations right now that's the proof that rappers need unions. I'm going to bring up two situations. Yeah, we had some dude in here talking, but I think he was just a troll. You know, I'm not reading any more comments that don't make sense. I'm not engaging into conversation with any more people that are saying things that is out of the way. I'm going to assume that you don't know what you're talking about and you shouldn't be talking and be quiet when grown folks is talking. I'm going to assume it's one of those situations. Alright? So check this out, just so we can be clear. So just so we could be clear. I'm going to give you two rappers right now that needed a union just as much as Black Rob needed a union. Who we talked about for the first 20 minutes of the show. Do you see those contracts that these rappers sign, the initial contracts? They're usually terrible. Remember Meg Thee Stallion? Remember we looked at Meg Thee Stallion's first contract? It was pretty bad, right? Meg Thee Stallion's first contract was pretty bad, right? And now you see this Melly individual with a contract that was pretty bad, right? And where did she get a good contract from? Tory Lanez. He doesn't even have a record label, right? What up, Queen Shy? What up, Monica Kendra Whitehead? Okay. I want you that to sink into who gave them a good contract. Tory Lanez. Think about all the rappers that are fighting to get out of contracts. Think about all of the rappers that fight to get out of contracts. Little Uzi Vert. Well, didn't he have an issue with them with the contracts until they came and gave him some money to shut up? Think about all the rappers out here that got our problems with contracts. Think about all the rappers that get abused with the contracts in which they get. We talk about contracts all the time over here, right? We talk about the intricacies of the hip hop world all the time over here. That's one of the things that we do. Unlike, I'm pretty versed, and not just that, we can literally call people up that are in the industry and can talk about contracts, right? This is a fact. This isn't. I mean, we've done call people up and had them talk about contracts numerous times. So this is a fact. This is not me just saying something. So I want to point something out real quick. Listen, I want to point something out real quick. If you don't think that these women are being encouraged to do things sexually, And I don't know what to tell you. Did you see the girl that just came out that's talking about Blueface's, whatever the fuck Blueface is? Shout out to Derek. What up, Derek? He said, what it do, Frost? Chilling, my brother. Salute. Did you see the girl that just came out talking about that Blueface Fight Club shit? You heard what she said, right? And she's not the first one to say this. She said in order to stay on Blueface Fight Club shit, you gotta fuck everybody. That's what she said. I'm not saying that. And if that's what you got to do, that's their thing. That's their business model. I'm not knocking it. I'm not here to criticize it. I'm just telling you what she said. And I'm also saying, remember, that's not the first time that we heard this. In order to stay on Blueface's show, you got to go in there. You got to be ready to bang everybody to get a contract or to be on the show. I want you to keep that in mind when you think about these women that go on tour and leave their families. And I'm not talking about the top tier ones. The top tier ones obviously get protection. I'm talking about the ones that's the lower tier ones. What are you going to do if you're a female and you think you're chasing your dream and you out on the road now? You're out there on the road for 10 days. And there's a fear that you might get sent home if you don't suck a dick. What do you think that woman is going to do? You think that woman is going to want to, you think that female is going to want to go home and tell everybody she failed? I'm just asking. What do you think she's going to do? What do you think she's going to do? If she's already on the road for they done hit like 3 or 4 cities. She's on the road 10 days. And she get told she gets the feeling that they're gonna send her home. She don't suck a couple dicks. If she doesn't do some things that go against her values. What's up, Netstars Live? Appreciate you, my brother. If she don't do a couple things that go against her values, what do you think is gonna happen? So when I hear that rap don't need a union, these are the people I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the contracts that get signed where you basically gotta give somebody your monies for the rest of your life. I'm thinking about those contracts. You know, like the ones Diddy have people sign. Shout out to Diddy. I'm not even mad at him. Rue Jones says Biggie said it at Best Coming to find out she was fucking everybody. Don't got a choice. That's my point. You want to know when I tell people about this, right? And this could have just been a situation that I was came around. It didn't necessarily have to be a situation that was everywhere. So I don't want to make it sound like this is a situation everywhere, but it was a situation I came around, and I was warned. I was gonna go meet some people, and they might be into you, and they also might be dudes. And that was the day that I decided that I didn't want to be. That was something that led to my decision of me not really wanting to be a rapper. I gotta say negative stuff in order to sell albums. So I have to encourage other people to do negative shit. I don't really want to do that. And the coup de grace, I'm gonna have to suck a dick. I don't got time for this. I don't got time for this. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. So I ain't got time for this. That night, I left there. That club that we was at, I left. And I started I just think I just didn't have no direction in life after that for a long time. Because I really wanted to be a rapper. And ever since then, I never wanted to be a rapper. But I do still like rapping. Just so we can be clear. Remember we had Roach come on the show? For everybody that don't know, Roach actually, he says he talks about it. He actually reads contracts and he actually finds rappers monies for them. So he actually reads the contracts. Yeah, I remember when Roach came on the show and literally said that most of these contracts sometimes lawyers can't even read. So you see what I'm saying? If a lawyer can't read the damn contract, what chance do you think some rapper got? If a lawyer can't read the damn contract, what chance you think a rapper got? We already gonna have a guest that we're gonna call, but I would like to see if Roach would like to also call in today. Let me try to hit him up. It's hard when you in the know and you're trying to have a conversation with people who don't know. It's difficult. You feel me? But yeah. Yeah, that was a dope conversation. Shout out to Roach. I'm fortunate to know people in the business. And the reason why I know people in the business is because when they hear me talking, they know I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I'm fortunate. So I'm fortunate. Not many people that do what we do could have crowds where we don't even reach 100. And the industry still know about me and fuck with you. You know what kind of accomplishment that is? You know that there's people right now with 500 people in their chat and they can't get not one industry person to pull up. You get it? So don't let none of that shit go over your head. This is about relationships. All of this shit is about relationships. It's about building relationships with people. All of this shit. Everything. So what the fuck you think is going on? I wish I was thought I saved this. Oh no, I don't know why I can't find it. All of this shit is about relationships, man. Don't let nobody fool you. All of this shit is about relationships. God, you wrote chess. Like, I'm gonna point something out today. I just want to show you how weird the world is. Black Rob passed away today. I didn't hear nobody say Black Rob passed away today. I could easily, if I wanted to be an A&R, I could be one like that. Black Rob passed away today. That's a fact. Because all the A&Rs are do with connections that could get you to the right people to hear your music. That's all it is. That's it. If I wanted to, I could be one like that. It's not even difficult and it's not even hard. I could get people music to the right people. But hold on, check this out. Listen. This whole game is about relationships. All of this shit is about relationships. Don't let that shit go over your head. When you see individuals and they're on YouTube and they're not trying to build relationships, you think people above you is going to want to fuck with you like that? It's all about building relationships, man. There's a ton of people right now that might as well. There's a ton of people that are disrespecting people that is already in queue This people's already in queue. They gonna go. They just gotta wait their turn. That's it. They already in queue. And then you got idiots out there trying to, jealous of them. They already in queue. They somewhere by themselves doing their own thing. But hold on. I digress. I want to explain something real quick. And this is something that I think that people don't get. Just about the music industry in general. Whoever they want to make hot, they make hot. You don't got to be the most talented. You don't got to be the best looking. You don't got to be the best at anything. If you know the right people and you become friends with the right people, you're going to be put in the right situation for you to succeed. All you got to do is be coachable. That's it. So when you see me call a Will Cornish on the show, shout out to Will Cornish. When you see me call a Roach on the show, shout out to Roach. When you see me call a Troy Ave on the show, shout out to Troy Ave. You think these people are just talking to me because they like to hear the sound of my voice? No, they talking to me because they fuck with me. I can't call up all the gangsters around the world. I could call up some gangsters, that's a fact. But I can't call up all the gangsters around the world, nor would I want to. That's not my lane. I was having a deep thought to myself today, right? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you some shit that happened. We're gonna go off track a little because I want to tell you something that's happened and we coming right back to Black Rob. But hold on, check this out. Shout out to Black Cuddy, salute to the Black Spades. What up, Webbit? Let's get $5 to $10 drops to the Cash App. So I'm up here. I was working all day. For everybody that don't know, I dropped a lot of content on IG today. Like a ridiculous amount of content on IG today for everybody that don't know. I dropped a ridiculous amount of content on IG today. Just absolutely everything. I put the models up. All of this is IG content we dropped today. Hold on. All of this is IG content we dropped today. I just want just so we can be clear. I dropped a lot of content today. All of this from here on is all content for today. This is all IG content. Right? 3 different accounts. Right? So I'm up here and I'm working. All day long, there's somebody outside yelling and screaming and arguing. I think it was like a couple or some shit. I don't got the slightest idea. And all I'm thinking to myself is, see, that's why I just don't go outside just to be outside. I don't do that. If for me to go outside, I gotta be going to money. For me to go outside, I gotta be going to something. I'm not just going outside to be standing on the corner. When I was young and I used to go outside and hang out with my friends and just stand on the corner, I was the dude that'd stand around for a good hour joking around with y'all, but be like, well, y'all niggas ain't going nowhere. I'll be right back. And I just go bounce and go hang out with my friends on the other side of town. I go hang out with my friends down the block. I go shoot some hoops, go play basketball. Y'all not going nowhere. Y'all just standing here drinking 40s. So I just go bounce, go do some shit, and I catch y'all on the way back. That's a fact. So I don't just go outside to be outside. I'm a grown adult. I need to be going outside where the money. Oh, wait, hold on. There's money to be made? Where? What time? I'm going to pull up. I'm a grown man. Every minute I'm outside doing nothing, I could be on my computer doing something. I got cable services. I could be watching that shit, getting my money's worth out of it. I got a PlayStation. I bought that. It costs money. I'm not going outside for nothing, for purposeless. That's my point. If y'all remember, we used to pull up to shout out to Paper Rain. Paper Rain's a strip club that we used to pull up to all the time in the middle of the night. I was living in the Bronx. I used to go all the way to the end of Brooklyn by myself and go pull up in Paper Rain, a strip club where only ain't got nothing but gangsters in there. Don't worry, the lives are still up. Go check them out. Don't got nothing but gangsters in there. It's a strip club. 2 o'clock in the morning. Nothing but gangsters. What the fuck? I'm in it by myself. Filming. Why? Because that's where the money was. So I say all that to say this. How in the hell, this is the shit that pisses me off when people talk about rappers should have did this and should have did that. Part of being a rapper is being in strip clubs. Part of being a rapper is spending money foolishly. Literally. That's part of being, it depends on what type of rapper you are. Let's get this, be clear on this. But that's the type of rapper most people are. Right? If you're a rapper that make party music, you gotta be at the club, right? If you're a rapper that make party music, you gotta be getting lit, right? It gotta be lit. You gotta be going up, right? How come these people don't need protection? I want to know. I'm going to give you another reason why rappers need protection. Why rappers need a union. We might have some rappers that wouldn't have got killed if we would have had a union. Imagine if there would have been a union, so whatever the beef was between Biggie and Pac, they could have came together and squashed the shit. Anybody thinking about that? Anybody thinking about that? Is that even a thought that people are having? What the fuck? Why is it doing that? Is that even a thought people are having? That we can use a rapper union so rappers could stop having the beefs that end up having them kill each other? Is that even a thought? Because that's a thought I'm having. Maybe if we had a union for rappers and a problem gets too big, people could come together, they could talk the shit out, and the shit could get squashed. Maybe it saves some people's lives. Maybe it saves some rappers' lives. Maybe it saves some of their entourage lives. Maybe it saves some people that just get caught in the crossfire lives. Nobody's thinking about that. Nobody's thinking about that. There could be a mediator. Somebody to moderate whatever kind of issues that they might have. We could probably still have Biggie and Pac, who neither one of them probably produced their best music. They probably had way better music to create before you know what happened. I'm not going to go too deep in the shit, but I'm pretty sure that you can't tell me that there wasn't music that Biggie had that didn't get released under Biggie. You can't tell me that music. You can't tell me. Every other rapper in existence goes into the studio. Anybody here is a rapper that ever went to the studio? How many tracks you just got? You tried to tell me Biggie only made 2 albums worth of songs? One of the albums was a double album. I get it. But you trying to tell me Biggie only made 2 albums worth of songs? That's neither here nor there, because that's not what we're talking about. But my point being is, I don't understand why we don't need a union. I don't know what Meek Mill's situation with Homegirl was, but they said Homegirl was crying on the Breakfast Club or wherever her interview was. You know who's the maddest at you? I'm going to tell you who's always mad at you. I'm going to tell you who's the maddest at you. Somebody that did you fucked up, but they don't want other people to believe you. Those people are always the maddest at you. Those people are the most upset. Those people are the most angry at you. You want to know why? It's that shame that they feel because they know that they did you wrong. When people know that they did you wrong, I don't know. I didn't see the interview. Webbit is talking about the interview. When people know that they did you wrong, that shame, a lot of times that shame look like hate. You're like, yo, why that person hate that person like that? But it ain't hate, it's shame. Because they know they did you wrong. They know that they're wrong. And they don't want other people to side with you. So they have to hate you, hate you, hate you. They have to convince as many other people to hate you as possible so nobody listen to you. So nobody take you seriously. They got to try to destroy you. They got to try to make you look crazy. They're going to talk about how you want drugs. Everything. Shame and guilt, that's a fact. Everything in the world. That's what they're going to do to you. Be mindful of that when you deal with people. When was this Hot 97 interview that you talking about she cried on? And not for nothing, Shorty is fire. Yeah, she's pretty and all that, but I'm talking about her, like her music. Her music is good. She's talented. Exactly, DSC, and so people won't see the real them. That's why you can't tell me about nobody. Like, you can't come to me and tell me about nobody. I'm going to be like, okay. You can't tell me about nobody. I'm going to be more interested in why you're telling me than what you're telling me. Wait, why are you telling me that for? Why are we even talking about this person? Why is this important? Your relationship with that person don't got shit to do with me. Now, if I fuck with you like that and you my homie and that's a person that got beef with you or a person that's slandering you, yeah, I'm not going to fuck with them. Especially if I don't already fuck with them. Why would I start? That don't even make sense. That's retarded. Just be mindful of that. Because that's how people give it up nowadays. I believe when she first left Meek Mill was angry. He was like tweeting out or talking about her or slandering her or whatever the case is. And I can understand that you lost the artist. But he wasn't doing nothing with her. He put her on the Championships album. That's a fact. But other than that, he wasn't doing nothing with her. You want to know another reason why artists need unions? There's this thing that companies do, that record labels have been doing for years, ever since the 80s. You want to know what it is? They'll sign an artist and then never let that artist drop music. They've been doing that for years. Record labels will sign an artist and shelf them. You want to know the real reason why it took so long? Can anybody here guess the real reason why it took so long for Nipsey Hussle to blow up? Anybody could guess the real reason? I'm going to give y'all a second. I'm going to go turn the AC down. And I'm going to give you a second. Anybody could guess the real reason why it took Nipsey Hussle so long to blow up? Remember, his music's always been fire. I'm gonna start sneezing in a minute because they're turning the AC on. But anybody could guess why it took so long for Nipsey Hussle to blow up? I'll tell you, he looked too much like Snoop Dogg. I'm not saying Snoop had anything to do with it. Snoop probably don't even care about that shit, to be honest with you. But he looked too much like Snoop Dogg. That's why it took Nipsey Hussle so long to blow up. And if you know, you know. If you don't know, you're gonna argue with me. But if you know, you know. That was encroaching on Snoop's brand. That's why it took Nipsey Hussle so long to blow up. Nipsey Hussle been grinding forever. Nipsey Hussle's music's been dope. What you talking about? Nipsey Hussle music been dope. This is reasons why they need unions in fucking hip hop. Tell me where I'm wrong. Thank you, DSTN. That's an actual fact. I know it's a fact. You'd be surprised at how often I know that something's a fact and somebody come in here and tell me that it's not the truth, and I just be like, but I'm not entertaining that no more. From now on, when people come in and they want to dispute an actual fact, I'm not even addressing them. Yeah, I got freaking allergies, so when I turn on the AC, it makes me sneeze. If you have allergies, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying Snoop Dogg had anything to do with it, just so we could be clear. I'm not saying that. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, a real shout out. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that yes, Nipsey Hussle's career was put... My dude, how many albums did Nipsey Hussle drop? How many mixtapes did Nipsey Hussle drop? Nipsey Hussle been fire. Just kick that person all over. Oh, yeah, I did already. Nipsey Hussle been fire. Nipsey Hussle been... I'm telling you because I know. Nipsey Hussle been fire. They put that man's career on hold because he looked too much like Snoop Dogg. The problem is, a lot of y'all really wasn't following hip-hop 6 or 7 years ago. A lot of y'all really wasn't following hip-hop 6 or 7 years ago, so you don't know. You don't even know that this was conversation inside of the fucking... inside of the magazines and stuff like that. So I get it. You just don't know. You're ignorant to it, and instead of you accepting what I'm saying, you're going to say that I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to let you say it. How about that? I'm not even going to stop you. But they literally talked about this in magazines. This was a thing. Like, this was literally a thing. This was literally a thing. Maybe it was a thing in the circles I ran in also, and since you're not in hip-hop circles, you don't know about it. But this was literally a thing. Like, this was a thing. This was a thing. I'm not talking about when he was not locked up or whatever. I'm saying, how many mixtapes did he drop? How many tapes did Nipsey Hussle drop? Nipsey Hussle dropped a shitload of tapes. Nipsey Hussle been in the game 10 years. I don't know how many years he was locked up, and so we not whatever. But Nipsey Hussle first got into the game 10 years ago. Something like that. It's been like 10 years. Y'all want to know why I'm letting the people... I'm going to let them... No, don't hide them. Don't hide them. Let them keep saying that they don't know. One, they're not being disrespectful. And two, they're adding value to me, to people that's actually in the industry. Because when I'm saying these things that are facts... Somebody pointed this out to me. When I'm saying these things that are facts, and there's people in the chat saying that I don't know what I'm talking about, people in the actual industry that do be in here watching the chat, they have a better respect for my hip hop acumen. So no. Let them say I don't know what I'm talking about. As long as they're not being disrespectful, I don't even care. That's another reason. That's a fact. Hold on, Frio. You ain't wrong. That's a fact also. That's a fact. They couldn't eat off of Nipsey. That's a fact. That's not that. You are 100% correct about that. Two things can be right. Two things can't. Wait, hold on. Frio, let me hit you up. That's a fact, though. They couldn't. They couldn't eat off of him. His team was too strong. They couldn't muscle him. Hold on. Where's my speaker? His team was too strong. The people he was rolling with was too strong. They couldn't force him to do shit. And his fan base was he ain't needed because of his fan base. You understand what I'm saying? So he just stood on his two. That's a fact, though. That's literally how I found out about Nipsey Hussle, by the way. That's how I found out Nipsey Hussle existed. That story. Being told that story.
Yo.
What up, my brother? Let everybody know who they speaking to.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's Big Papi Frio from the group home Master Chef, Lord of the Kitchen Cupboard, a.k.a. Clout Daddy. You heard?
Yeah.
Professionally known as Frio Ice of Black.
Let's go. Yo, not for nothing. That track is hard as shit, my dude.
Good looking, bro. I appreciate it. It's that Frio season, man. If you ain't heard it, if you ain't stream it, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Video just dropped. When we dropped that? Yesterday, day before, something like that. It's on all streaming platforms. Follow me on IG, Frio Ice of Black 44.
Why don't we run it right now? We gonna run it right now. We gonna run his jump off, and then we gonna come right back. But I gotta put you on mute because of the way that I gotta play it. Copy?
Alright, bet.
Frio, yeah, Frio season. Let me put some Frio on it.
Back row.
Big Papi Frio, yeah, I'm back with another one. Blick something, had to toss the hammer, get another one. Frio season all in effect, till the summer come. Ruby Recordings, my mother's son, but I'm the other one. I just get dough and stay low from Hopiana, soul cracking dope in Rome, Verona, and Oniana. Can't forget Watertown, collects in the order rounds. Flood the city so much coke, they locked the border down. She just got her ass done, I hit her with the sauce. When she ride me like a hoopie, that's a round of applause. You should know better than the flaw with the guard. I was out in Houston packing my drawers like fuck the laws. Rule number 1, don't be talking on the phone. Rule number 2, don't sell work out your home. Rule number 3, always pay back alone. And if you gotta kill a nigga, hit his ass in the dome. Hold the Desert Eagle, steady's gonna hurt when they jerk back. I'm in your crib, masked up, like where the work at. Grip blocks, that's spin your block, shoot where your turf at. No more sad, kiss her forehead, and blow your earth back. Whipping work in the microwave, I can move a block a day. She love that I'm a boss, and she praise all my accolades. Work in the microwave, I can move a block a day. She love that I'm a boss, and she praise all my accolades. Free all my real niggas smoke a L to this. All my real killers load your shells to this. All my real hustlers break down bells to this. My niggas locked behind the wall, rocking jails to this. All my real niggas smoke a L to this. All my real killers load your shells to this. All my real hustlers break down bells to this. My niggas locked behind the wall, rocking jails to this. Free up 40 cal under the Montclair to keep me warm. Y'all dick ride, other rappers hoping they put you on. Real niggas, hood bitches, bad bitches, recite my song. So fly, I reside at the top where I belong. Mobile with the drugstore, fish scale, much raw. No religion, but the cops swear I'm a drug lord. Big apes and birds, we call it sumo. flip the work effortlessly. We call it judo. She kick cuts in the slide, but that's Shibudo. She nasty and I love it. She like in the culo. I killed the game from March 1st to Juno. Big dog shit, Gaia de la Bota, punto. Whole team move with big arms like Bruno. They call me Big Four, but I'm the one like Uno. 4 fingers up, screaming out, boost me coolness. Big Poppy Frio, I influence the students. Yeah, all my real niggas smoke a L to this. All my real killers load your shells to this. All my real hustlers break down bells to this. My niggas locked behind the wall, rocking jails to this. All my real niggas smoke a L to this. All my real killers load your shells to this. All my real hustlers break down bells to this. My niggas locked behind the wall, rocking jails to this. Free 'em.
What's up, my brother? You there?
This is my endorsement for Ray and Y Ray.
Frio.
I didn't want to.
Oh shit. You there? I turned the damn volume down. Yo, that shit is hard though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I fucks with it.
Look at my brother.
Alright, yo.
We got more cold. We got more frigid shit on the way, man. I'm just cooling down.
Okay.
It's still Frio. It's still Frio season. You heard?
Alright.
The weather jumping back and forth. It's still Frio season. We here.
That's what it is. Hey. Okay, so real quick, what do you think about this whole rappers needing union thing? Just because I'm curious, you being a rapper yourself.
I think we should have been had a union, but that was up to, the forefathers, the godfathers. That was up to Russell Simmons and, all the other heavy hitters. Like niggas want to do everything else outside of music after they done made their money off the art form and the community and the people. And this, that, and the third, but then they go put their money in other places, which is cool. I'm a businessman myself, so it's about, get yourself in position, then you can reach back and pull people up. But it's like, is it ever gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? It's like people should have been there. Rappers been going through all this BS way before now. It's just we got social media now.
I want to slow you down real quick because I want to back up something you just said. 1 and 2, New York Silver Stack. I need you to hit me on IG. I need to know when you're gonna be in Times Square. I'm gonna pull up. Copy. Hit me on IG. I need to know when you're gonna be in Times Square. I want to pull up. Copy. Y'all gonna be there with the Rough Riders. I want to pull up. That's 1. 2, you just said something about reaching back and getting other people. I think that's one of the reasons why it's so hard for us melanated individuals to get anywhere, because it seems like people don't never want to wait their turn.
Right, that too. But it's like at the end of the day too, like how long you plan on waiting? Like we all got to pay our dues.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You don't expect overnight. If it come quick, it go quick.
Okay. No, that's a fact. I'm not arguing with you on that. So, one of the points you was trying to make is as far as with the unions, which we need. I'm sorry, but at this point, we have a lot of rappers out here that the contracts are just absolutely terrible that they're signing. I'm so sorry. That's just my opinion. And also, you have other rappers who they have issues and they have problems that I think unions could help them mitigate when they have issues between other rappers. What do you think about that?
All right, I honestly think that this is something at the top that they just don't want to happen. I feel like this is something for like the higher ups, the powers that be. Like they don't want no hip hop union. Like we supposed to. Every other industry has healthcare, retirement funds, this, that, and the third. They make their money off of pillaging off of us and taking from us. You get what I'm saying?
That's
so it's like why they don't teach financial literacy and things like that. Like look at Fed Joe. He just had to do a year in the Feds because of a business manager that he paid, and he wound up getting caught in the Ponzi scheme. He was paying him, but the person didn't pay, so he had to do the time because the government didn't get
Was that
money.
Madoff?
Still wanted their money. Huh?
Was that Madoff?
No, it was just a scheme just like that. But it was just like he paid his business manager, and he still had to go to jail because the government didn't get his money. Like they make money off of us being ignorant. You get what I'm saying? Ignorant in the fact of like not knowing things, and they don't want us to have I kind of feel like it kind of would have been happened if they really wanted it. They don't want that. Look at Morris Levy. How he was, raping the black community with the music or whatever. He was doing wild, greasy stuff. Like if you look on YouTube, you could do the math on him or whatever and what he was doing, and he was basically just stealing all the artists' rights and everything like that, and using the mob as a tool to strong arm people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is something that they don't want. Like it's not in their benefit. Like you gotta think about it. They always want us down. Why you think all the negative music gets pushed out and all the positive stuff don't get no light? So it's not in their best interest to help us out or to enable us or to empower us. And there's certain things that even though like our big people that we look up to in the hip hop community is things that they do, but there's only certain things that I feel like people are allowed to do without getting too technical in it. Like even with people that have money, like I feel like you can do anything for black people as long as they're not here. Don't help the niggas here. Go build a school in Africa. We don't care. Go bring water in Africa. We don't care.
That's literally what's happening.
No niggas here.
Man, you ain't lying. That's a fact. They do a lot for other people in other countries.
Yeah, look at all these people like what's dude from Tribe Called Quest, Fife. He died at what 40 years old from diabetes. Like, come on. Like, no matter how much money we get, and it's like we still putting our health at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bozeman dude, Heavy D died young. Like it's just
Chad
people
Bozeman,
been dying
Heavy
young
D.
forever in hip hop. So this not something like some new phenomenon. Like I said, it's just that it's social media now, so now we're more aware of it. But man, it's been happening forever, and they don't want that. Like Nori even been talking about it for years. They don't want that.
Yeah, that's a fact. Nori has been talking about it. Styles P has just recently brought it back up also. So this is actually a topic that Jack Frost is not the one that's bringing it up. Actual rappers are bringing it up. So that's why when I see people try to like argue it to me, that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to argue back with you, because you can't argue to me a thing that people in the industry has been talking about for years. We were just speaking about ignorance. Right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about the contracts that are being given out to these artists? Just in your opinion, I want to know, what do you think about some of these contracts that these artists are getting? Because I keep hearing, they should go get a lawyer. And I keep hearing they should be smarter than that. But we actually had an individual who, I'm not going to say read contracts, but they do work in the business behind the scenes. And they said a lot of these contracts that are given out, the people that actually have it. Wait, hold on. We losing connection for a second. Give me 1 minute. They attacking us. There we go. It's fixed. So the individual said, look, they came on the show. I was speaking with him. He actually does a lot in the industry behind the scenes. He's one of my connects also. I have a lot of connections. And he basically said that they all rappers that... Okay, so I got to kick somebody. I don't know who I got to kick. It might be this person. Boom. Or it might be this person. I'm going to kick both of y'all. Boom. What he said is that there are contracts that are so messed up that sometimes the lawyers can't read them. I want to know what your opinion on these contracts is.
Well, at the end of the day, the music business is a pimp whole relationship. So it's like I said, it's in their interest to rape the artist. Like it's not fair. At the end of the day, you get what you negotiate. You don't get what you deserve.
That's a fact.
So at the end of the day, why do you think that they're so keen on signing young artists? Because young artists, they ain't gonna read it. They put 50 stacks, 30 stacks, whatever, in front of them. They're gonna take that money because niggas in the hood, niggas are starving. They're gonna take that money. They're gonna pray. They're gonna pray on your situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, look at like Big and Pac and all these dudes. Like, a lot of these rappers, they were signed when they were young. Like, them dudes died at 25, bro. They accomplished more in life from the time from they were being 25 than most people is gonna accomplish in their whole life. Like, look how much Pac just accomplished in those little bit of years. How much music he produced in those little bit of years. Like, and it's crazy. So it's like, I feel like that was the that was the blessing in disguise for Hov, because when he got in the game, mind you, nobody wanted to sign him. So they had to create Rockefeller as default because no label wanted to sign him because they didn't think he was good enough. So then, but the fact that he even got in the game a little later and he learned the game from being around like Big Daddy Kane and being on tour for a while, he wasn't allowed. They wasn't letting him in. So with him being older, he was able to get the knowledge and know what was what and to get on his business. So that actually ended up being a blessing in disguise for him. But they ain't trying to sign no older dudes and nothing like that because you're gonna be more knowledgeable, especially when you keep seeing the same thing happen over and over again. Obviously, you're gonna start learning. Like that's why Russ is so important because he's independent, he's making money, he's good, he's better than 90% of the rappers that sign that people think is lit on Instagram, but they broke and they ain't got no money. Like this quarantine time really hurt a lot of rappers, like 90% of them, because they make most of their money on tour. Russ, on the other hand, he can make his money from streaming because he's getting most of that money. So, and then he's giving the jewels. So at the end of the day, it's like the contracts, they're set up the way that they set up, and they've been set up like that from the beginning. And yeah, you gotta get a lawyer, but you gotta be in a position, and you gotta be like, you gotta be willing to sacrifice. Because Master P said something where he said he went and had a deal with Jimmy Iovine, and Jimmy was gonna give him $1 million, and then he was arguing with his brother C Murder on the plane the whole way back to New Orleans because C Murder was like, "Why you ain't take the money?" And he was just like, "Yo, if they willing to offer me $1 million, imagine what I'm worth." You know what I'm saying? And that ended up working out for him in the long run for him. So it's like you gotta have that foresight, you gotta have that restraint, that discipline, and you gotta be willing to sacrifice
and believe
right
in
now
yourself.
for the future.
And
believe in yourself.
That's a fact. All right. I think you made great points there. That's a fact. I think you made great points there.
Yeah, man, it's wicked. It's wicked. So it's like you think I don't battle that every day? It's like because it's hard to always say what you're gonna do to you in that situation. Like look at Mike Tyson. He said everybody got a plan till they get punched in the face.
And he got punched in the face. Shout out to Mike Tyson. Shout out to Treyway. Free Treyway. Shout out to CK. They putting it up in the chat, and I fuck with all them people. I'm gonna say this much, right? And I think that this is the biggest misnomer, or I don't want to even say it like that. This is the biggest misunderstanding about rappers, and that rappers are paid. What do you got to say about that?
It's about, like I said, putting yourself in that position. You can be paid. You can be paid.
I think that was a bad question. Let me re-ask that.
90% of the rappers aren't paid though. They just look like social media. It's just the Instagram. They look lit, but they really not. Like a lot of these dudes are struggling. You get what I'm saying? It's like a lot of these dudes is lit. They getting millions of views or whatever on Instagram and all that. But
they not even getting paid off of those, are they?
Yeah, and it's not converting over to sales. So it's like you could be as lit as you want on the gram, but if it's not converting. If a view was $1, goddamn, niggas would be rich. But it ain't about that. And then they're not even getting money from their music being streamed. So think about it. 9 times out of 10, when the artists die, like it's more profitable for the label. You think they're gonna try to keep you alive when they're gonna make more money off your death? Like I feel like that's what happened with Whitney Houston. I feel like she lost her voice, and they just looked at it like, well, we can make more money off her dead than alive because her voice is shot. This is my opinion.
She can't perform anymore, and she can't make any more music.
Right.
And she was probably too proud to try to do lip syncing.
Yeah, you know, that from that time, and plus they don't even want that. They want Whitney Houston.
That's a fact.
It's like when you used to steak, you can't go back to Hamburger Helper.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I tried to eat Hamburger Helper a couple of months ago. That shit did not work. Hold on. I used to love some fucking Hamburger Helper. I'm not gonna lie to you. The fucking lasagna one, that was my shit. I used to love some Hamburger Helper. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to Hamburger Helper.
I never liked it. It's a bunch of things I can't even eat now. Ooze and news. I done ate that shit 4 years in prison. So much as a kid, I can't even look at a bag of ooze and news.
I'm not gonna lie, right? So well, I just wanted to say this real quick. I'm not gonna lie though. I do sometimes. I used to when I first see. This is the weird thing about when you did you do this? I just want to ask. When you came out of your incarceration or whatever, did you still make jail food?
Hell no.
Okay.
I was trying to get as far away from that life and that experience as possible. Like, and don't get me wrong, I know a bunch of dudes that I know personally that came home and, you know, they come home, let me chef, 'cause this is how we used to make it up north or in the county. Niggas be creating all types of weird ass meals. But, you know, like we are ingenious people. So no matter what situation you put us in, we gonna make it work. Like, whatever you need in prison, niggas would be like, well, we ain't got it, but get me a rubber band, a paper clip, and a rubber ducky.
I'm a MacGyver this shit. I'm a MacGyver this shit. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you.
Bro, I was in a prison up north where we had stoves. I seen dudes baking cakes on the stove. I seen that, I was like, oh shit. Like, you can do anything. It's like little shit like that when you pay attention. It's like you just realize the power that we have, but we don't never think of it like that because we use it for the wrong reasons and we're not fully, you know, using our brain power to the fullest capacity. Because if you can do that, you can do anything. It's like when you look at these crime shows and you watch them about like these drug kingpins or whatever, and it's like, damn, if this dude was running a Fortune 500 company, he'd be the man. But he chose to do it on this side. So it's just like we always look for power outside of ourselves. We have to empower ourselves, and that still goes back to the conversation you was talking about with the contracts. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta empower yourself, put yourself in position. Because it's all about leverage.
I'm gonna explain something. Finish what you gonna say.
Oh, and that's where I'm at with it right now. I'm just trying to, you know, build up my wave and build up my momentum, my movement, and my leverage. So then that way, when I do get approached or I go to something, whatever, I done been on like 5 different record labels meetings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got denied by like 3 or 4 of them, and then one of them offered me a deal, but it wasn't feasible for what I did because I don't want to be a slave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do certain things in my life because I don't like people telling me what to do and controlling me. So I just couldn't do it. So I said, I'm gonna wait it out and I'm gonna build my shit up, and then when it's the right time, it's gonna happen.
Now check this out. I just want to say something because I just want to bring something up because you just made a point. You said that we gotta get shit on our own. That's why when I come and I tell y'all that I'm doing something like, yo, I got a whole newspaper thing. Yeah, okay. So when I get to a point where I need a newspaper, I have my own newspaper. When I get to a point where I'm meeting people who want to be journalists themselves, I have a thing that I could now create, or I have a thing that's already created that now we can revigorate and breathe some life into. When we say, you understand what I'm saying? So I've created a ton of shit that it's just that I've only got 2 hands and it's just ready to go. And I think that this is the type of mindset that we need to start having. I understand that we have to go to others for some things, but sometimes we have to try to make it so that we can do shit on our own. And I think that the more independent we are, the better it's always going to be. What do you think about that?
I agree. Because it's like we have to build our own platforms. Because at the end of the day, you don't want nobody telling your story and spinning the narrative and this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? So we have to create our own platforms and, like I said, empower ourselves. And then that way, you can't be controlled. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the things with Rockefeller. Like Jay-Z knew. He said, God damn, if I don't brag, these crackers don't act like I ain't on the ads. Like, they using me to get more money from these corporate sponsorships. I'm not going to let y'all pimp me. I'm going to pimp y'all.
Yeah, no,
But he was only able to do it because they built that platform themselves. Yeah, they have their own thing. You can't do that when you sign to a label because they control you. They control your likeness. They control your name, everything. Why you think Prince, when he got out of the deal, he was before Warner Brothers, he had to change his name to the symbol. He couldn't use his name Prince because they owned it.
He became the artist formerly known as, because he didn't want to pick up a name. He couldn't pronounce that shit, whatever that was supposed to. Prince is a funny dude. That might be a sound. That might be a literal sound that you can make on a guitar. You know that?
It's based on Egyptian hieroglyphics, so you know, it probably was like glitteral sounds and things like that. But that's what it was like. Nas has said a story about when he said he met Prince at a party and he wanted to do a feature with him, and he said, "Do you own your masters?" Because he didn't want to give no money back to the machine. He's like, yo, these dudes is slave masters. Like in the contract, the what's the name is called the masters, and the other thing is called the slave. Like this is a pimp whole relationship. So he told me like, yeah, we can work when you own your own masters.
Said, come back to me when you own your masters. That's a fact.
Yeah, when you're young in the game, you don't understand that. And then he was like, yo, I understand it now. He was already light years ahead of. Once you in the industry, you know what it was. Like, look at James Brown. He owned his shit. So it's like you able to just that peace of mind and that flexibility. You need that. You need to be fluid. You can't be constrained.
Also, when you own your own shit, that's when you can really hire people. Like James Brown, he was able to really hire who he wanted for what he wanted to hire them for. He was the last line. He was the last nail in the coffin, like when I say go to the negative things. But he was the last yes, basically.
The buck stops here.
Stopped at him.
What I say go.
Boom. So that's what we got to understand when we're trying to build platforms and things like that. That's why when people and I'm not trying to and I'm talking pretty real general statement. That's why when you're trying to build whatever you're trying to build and you don't have people that's on the same wavelength as you pushing in that same direction, you got to let them go. Am I telling the truth, or does that sound accurate?
It's accurate.
When you trying to build the thing, and if everybody ain't pulling in the same direction, the shit ain't gonna work. So if you got people pulling in the opposite direction, they gotta go. You might love them,
exactly,
but they gotta go.
Niggas will sink the ship because they can't be the captain on the boat. Well, as soon as you start seeing niggas be drilling holes in that shit while you trying to get the water out that motherfucker.
Yep, you're gonna be bailing water while the other rat bastard is pulling water from the outside of the boat, throwing it in. That's what's gonna be happening.
But that's the thing with a team is everybody has to play for a position. It's like even on a basketball team, if your job is to just bring the ball down and pass it, when you bring it back in and play, that's what you do. If your job is to stand in that rim and get them rebounds, that's what you do. Everybody want to be the head guy. Everybody want to be the chief. It enough Indians. You can't run off. You can't run off that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's good to be boss, but you need workers too. And then there's some people who just want to work. Like people don't understand that you don't have to be the number one dude to be successful.
That's a fact.
There was a dude. He was the number 4 dude at Disney or at Apple, one of them companies, and then he ended up being big or whatever, then created his own thing or whatever. But it's like,
wait, you talking about the dude that made Pixar?
No. Steve Jobs made Pixar. But it's another dude that worked under him, but he was like the 4th dude, or like it's the 4th dude in Disney. It was one of these big corporations, but he was the number 4 dude. And it's like he said he noticed that whenever he did something on his own, that just wasn't his position. He was like, I work better in this position. See, people need to understand where they're good at. You're supposed to focus on your strengths. And the things that you lack or the things that you're not good at, that's where you hire the help for somebody to do that. Like, I got people who do things for me that I either can't do or I just don't have the time to do it. So let me focus on what I'm best at, and I can outsource to other people.
No, that's a fact. I'm laughing at something else. I'm laughing at some comment on IG. My apologies. But you're 100% right. I'm going to tell you what's the hardest part for a creative. I'm a creative. He's a rapper. He's also a creative, by the way. Rappers are creatives. I'm going to tell you what's the hardest part for a creative. One of the hardest parts for a creative. At least one of the things that I found to be most difficult. And that's finding people who you could work with that don't want to take your job.
Exactly.
Most people that you try to work with, they don't want to do what they supposed to do. They want to do what you doing.
Right, and that's why I don't even I tried joining, being a part of a few groups, and it's like it don't work because it's like the people are always looking at me like it's Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5. But then the people in the group, they start feeling some type of way like they trying to Julius Caesar you, and it's like I ain't doing it. This is how the people is looking at me. So then now you around dudes that like you sacrificing and showing love to and trying to put them in position, and the whole time they plotting on snaking you, or they don't really like you. So I've been in that situation a few times. I was just like, nah, I can't do this. I'm just better off on my own. You know what I'm saying? Building my own thing. That's a fact. And ever since I did that, I had the foresight to do that. Other people brought it to my attention, like, yo, ever since you got away from niggas, you just been on the up and up.
Yo, I was talking to somebody that I consider a mentor in this whole, just mentor in general, and the individual knows people at the next level. The individual is at the next level, and they know people at their level and at levels above them. So they was having a conversation with me one day, and we was talking, and the individual said, yo, look, man, you want to know what your problem is? He said, you just have people around you that it's not good, it's not conducive for you. You have to get away from certain people in order, and I'm not talking about, you know, any people that's jealous or anything like that. I'm just saying he was trying to say that you have people around you who, you know, no matter how much you want to win with them, you're not going to be able to get the win with them, because what you're bringing to the table is different from, they can't do what you're doing, and they don't want to play their position, or they don't have a position to play, one of the two.
Exactly. And it's like, once you realize that, like I realized that on my own, from just trying and just being backstabbed and betrayed and this, that, and third, like that shit fucks with you. It'll hurt you, you know what I'm saying? So especially when you put a lot of your energy into it. Once I became conscious of it and I just stepped away and got away from niggas, like ain't no beef, we still cool, because once I look at you as a brother or as a close friend, I can't really see myself beefing with you, but I could love you from across the street. You get what I'm saying? That's
a fact. But also, just so we could be clear, there's things that I just personally want to do. So if I get to a good position where I could do things, I don't see nothing wrong with if I'm just working on a project that I'm 100% financing, for me to try to extend myself to people who didn't do me any harm. Does that make sense?
It makes all the sense.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, like, because that whole backstabbing shit, I'm like this. Once you stab me in the back, it's a wrap. I'm not dealing with you. And I'm not arguing with you. I'm not beefing with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Because I don't believe in that type of energy. I don't believe in doing people dirty. I believe that God first. So that means that when I deal with you, I got to deal with you on a level that when God comes into me and he asks me about how our relationship is, I have to be able to explain to him my actions. God first. So that's the way I think. You understand what I'm saying? You probably understand. Right. Me and you talk. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the way I think. You understand what I'm saying? When God come talk to me and he explained to me whatever the hell, and I have to explain to him whatever was going on with me and whoever that individual is, and you can't lie to God. I'm gonna have to be a whole honey, even if I try not to be a honey. He knows. So what the fuck use is there to lie about? I need to be able to stand in front of the Most High and be able to say my piece and understand that I'm going to be judged on that piece. So I'm always trying to do everybody that I deal with the appropriate way. I think a big issue is sometimes when people are looking at you and they see that you have some success, they do think that they're owed something, even if, like, okay, so let's say somebody, like, okay, so let's say I share somebody's content. I share a lot of people's content and I don't think they owe me nothing.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I share people content. Like, yeah, there's people that pay me to share content. Don't get this confused. But you might pay me to share content, and then there's other times I might just share your content and you ain't pay me shit. You didn't even give me no money regarding that.
That's love.
Boom. So you understand what I'm saying? So that's the type of time I'm on personally. So when people aren't giving me that type of energy, I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm just going to understand that we don't have that type of relationship.
Exactly.
So that's what I think a big problem is, just in general, when you're trying to make something happen. You have individuals that they want to be able to control your actions because they want you to do the thing that's conducive for them, not realizing we can't level up at the same time. One of us has to go before the other. We both can't climb up the ladder at the same time. The ladder ain't big enough. One of us got to get to the top and help the other one up. So are we going to be beneficial to one another, or are we going to try to destroy one another and be crabs in a barrel? And I think that that's the difficult thing when you're dealing with melanated individuals sometimes, black people sometimes, because it's sometimes hard to tell who the crab is. Is that wrong or is that accurate?
That's accurate. They say, according to the teachings of the 5% of the gods of Earth, the worst devil is the black devil. Because at the end of the day, he gonna blend in with you, and you ain't gonna see it until you get stabbed in the back and get gunned down. So it's like, it's about niggas want to be selfish. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's like how I feel right now. I'm a rapper. I don't necessarily need other rappers. You get what I'm saying? Like if a rapper want to collab with me, cool. Like I don't have no problem with that. But like I'd rather deal with media influencers, producers, dancers, singers. It's like it's harder to come up together when it's like a bunch of rappers or a bunch of media people. Like if you have somebody outside of your profession, then it's easy. If y'all helping each other, y'all both can come up at the same time. It's harder for two rappers or being in a rap group. That's why a lot of rap groups don't even last long, because it's like one person is always going to be jealous of the other person is getting more shine.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a whole fact. I want to say shout out to my cousin Dr. Inky, Fancy Black Pesos, and the reason why I want to say that is he's one of the best rappers I ever knew when I was growing up. When we was growing up, he was easily one of my favorite rappers when we was growing up, like that. Like not just like in industry, but like not just in the hood, but just like generally just one of my favorite rappers. And he ain't never said nothing to me that was discouraging. You understand what I'm saying? I've never seen him hate on me or nothing like that. And that's rare to have rappers that you're around that genuinely don't hate on you. And that's why I don't hate on other rappers to this day. Like if you trash, right, I'm still going to want to try to motivate you to work on your craft. If you really dope, I'm going to stand there and I'm going to clap for you like a motherfucker, because I appreciate, I'm confident. Like, okay, so I have a weird confidence. I'm just going to let everybody know I have a weird confidence. I never lack confidence in myself. Sometimes y'all think that I'm always right, but that's not it. It's just that I don't lack confidence. I always think I can do whatever the thing is. It's just that I don't always know if I want to do the thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but I have absolutely no doubt that anything that I attempt to do that I'd accomplish. I just don't always know if I want to do it or not. And because not everything is for me. And when you realize not everything is for you, then it's easier for you to play your position. It's easier for you to be an asset rather than a hindrance. And that's just the way that I think. I don't think everything is for me.
Exactly, like I said, focus on your strengths. Anything that's not your strength, outsource it.
Boom.
Or learn.
Boom. You know how much fucking I'm about to say some funny shit though. Yo, wait, hold on. You know how much I don't know if y'all ever heard of Skillshare, but I think I heard of it. I still, at this age that my Skillshare just ran out. I gotta get a new one. Wait, did it get renewed? It might have got renewed. I haven't used it in a little while, but still to this day, I pride myself on my ability to learn. I think. What you was about to say?
I said you have to, because, like I said, we're a victim of ignorance. In the Bible, it says, "My people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge," which is ignorance. So we have to learn every day, or try to at least.
That's a fact. I think that's one of the things that just set me apart, and that's why I keep trying to tell people, I don't got ops, homie. I don't got no beef with nobody. I don't got no time for none of that. Why? Because I'm out there trying to improve myself. Nobody that's out there trying to improve themselves is arguing with nobody else. They don't want to argue with anybody else.
When you busy doing your thing and you on your square, you don't even see. I don't even see shit. Like I got so much tunnel vision on what I'm doing. Like I don't have the mental capacity, the mental energy to worry about what the next nigga is doing or worrying about a hater or none of that shit. Because as soon as you pay attention to them, why do you think they put blinders on the horses when they run in tracks? So they don't see the other horses. Once they see another horse, they're gonna get tripped up. There's gonna be an accident. So they keep blinders on them so they can just move forward. They see the goal, they see the task, and that's that.
Yo, my dude, so far today, it's 10:30 today. I spent maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours at most, not working. And that's how many of my days are. Many of my days are either research, learning something, or creating content. That's how the majority of every of my day is.
As you should. I'm in the same boat.
So I think sometimes people gotta realize there's a reason why you should. What up, Foot in the Ass Entertainment? Salute, my brother. For everybody that don't know, Foot in the Ass Entertainment is behind the bag song. And that's the type of Foot in the Ass. Can you call in? I wanna call in with you after this one. Can you call in after this? I wanna talk to you because you Foot in the Ass Entertainment. For everybody that don't know, we run his movie every now and then. He has a movie that him and his team made. They run a movie. They shoot films. So I would like to also have Foot in the Ass call on tonight for because I want to discuss that. I gotta fly out there. Apparently he's gonna be writing a scene for me. He's gonna be writing a character for me in the next Jump Off, and I would like to
That's dope.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe he gotta. Maybe we need some. He could use some more music for his soundtrack.
It's whatever, man. We can always collab. I'm open to always collab.
That's a fact.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, man. You see me? Somebody put in the Jump Off, I could be an A&R. And I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I definitely 100. That's literally what my job is. That's what people don't understand. Like that's literally what my job is. My job is.
Yo, pardon me, not to cut you off, but that Black Rob situation is just crazy, bro. Like it's just making me think. It's like it just gives a different mindset for me.
Talk
just like just thinking about the whole like Bad Boy is like one of the that's one of the big regimes. Like we grew up on Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? And what they did and what they accomplished was great. But it's just like, damn, why everybody done ran the guy or died in the process? It's just crazy. Like I can't blame that man because we don't really know the situation. But it's just like that shit is crazy. And then just seeing him on the hospital bed. Talking about, X when he, died and shit, and then 2-3 days later, a week later, he go, and it's just bad, bro. It's like, we gotta really take, I think you always say this at the end, where it's like, we gotta take care of ourselves and each other. This shit is crazy. Like, it's no reason, it's no reason for this shit. Like the shit that we go through in our art form, in our communities, like I was telling you before, like other art forms, other cultures, they don't go through this shit. It's ridiculous. It's like, Metallica and all these other big novelty rock bands, they can tour forever. They can be on that stage till 100 years old. They got the knowledge, they have the information, they have everything, and we still don't have it. Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Like, I feel like even when I see certain things, it's like first black woman to do this or first black man to do this in like 2020, 2021, it's like, God damn, it's still first black person to do whatever. It's just, we just so far behind. And at this point, it don't look like it's even getting any better.
Well, just so we could be clear, I'm not trying to cut you off, but just so we could be clear, part of our problem are ourselves.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So when we see, this is okay. So people are always talking about the white man this, the white man that. If y'all notice, I rarely ever talk about what the white man do to us, because we can't focus on the racists. Because one, it's not all white people. Just so we can be clear, it's enough, but it's not all. But the problem is that we're not holding each other up, and we're not holding each other accountable. If we held each other up and if we held each other accountable, a lot of these problems that we have wouldn't exist. Like a perfect example, we got rappers out here that are, screw the rappers for a second. We got people out here in our neighborhoods that are terrorizing other people in our neighborhoods, right? What I'm calling by terrorizing is if you got See, this is the problem. I don't never want to say I know a lot of people that's involved in gangs and they're not out there terrorizing their neighborhood. I know neighborhoods that you go to and it's a whole gang neighborhood, but you don't never see nobody in the neighborhood like old people getting harassed. You don't see children being attacked. You don't see none of that shit. But now that we have the internet, what we have on the internet is we have individuals who are just attacking their own. How many black trolls you think go after white people? How often do you think that happen? Barely ever. I bet you that barely ever happens.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I bet you that never. I bet you that barely ever happens. But if you got a black person, I bet you he got white trolls. And if you got a black person, I bet you he got black trolls.
Exactly. And niggas is focusing on tearing us down.
Yeah.
They're not talking about what's the Osborne wife when she was talking about how she didn't feel like that dude was being racist. You don't see black people covering that. Well, I haven't seen anybody covering that, but they cover Wyatt Lucci getting caught up in the murder rap, or you get what I'm saying? Like, it's always about us and tearing us down and reporting on us when it ain't. Like, it's bigger issues, bigger things. Like I said, we just gotta empower ourselves and each other.
That's
but like I said, the way I just feel like the way shit is going, it's probably just gonna be the way it is, and it's like that's why a lot of niggas just get away from niggas. Like I said before, like that Nipsey shit, like that shit really had me like optimistic about staying in the hood and giving back and this, that, and third. But it's like you can't be that accessible to niggas. Because that puts you in a position to get done like he got done. R.I.P. to the king. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Imagine, and I'm just saying this. Imagine getting on a phone call with a person one time. You and that person, you only talk to the person on the phone one time. Ever. Maybe twice. Mm-hmm. Now that person, barely knowing you and them have a fallout. Now that person tells everybody basically that you and them are best friends and they go around slandering your name. So this is the type of shit that is fucking up our culture. This is the type of shit that's fucking up what we can do in our life. Because when we got people that they can go places and do things, we got our own people trying to hold them back to prevent them from getting anywhere. So now it's like the same thing that you say when people be like, why all of these black basketball players got all these white wives? If you ask some of these black niggas, they be like, yo, I tried to date black chicks. They didn't want me.
Yeah, because a lot of these black chicks, they only want you when they only want that finished product.
Yeah.
So they can see you like, yo, this dude really about to make it. But they're not gonna deal with you until you there.
Exactly.
Yeah, but them not knowing it's like, once I'm there, it's like it's a wrap. Like you should have held me down when I needed you.
Exactly.
Because if you'd have held me down when I needed you, you're gonna always be there. But now that I see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like when a person show you who they is and how they are, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take that for what it is. So it's like I already know what it is. You're only here for the come up. You're only here because I came up. So I ain't got no love for you.
Yo, because not for nothing. And I'm just trying to keep it a stack. I remember when Kobe Bryant came out and people was mad at him that his woman was I think she's like Puerto Rican. People was mad that his woman is Puerto Rican, and I'm like, why? They was fucking and they was together in high school. Why does he have to leave her? And then wait, hold on though. This is the crazy shit. Because okay, so I grew up. I knew a lot of places. I grew up playing with people that played in the Rucker basketball. Mm-hmm. So I grew up and I knew quite a few people that went and played high school basketball. And high school basketball and high school football. I mean college basketball and college football, just so we could be clear. I knew quite a few people. I grew up next to, if you ever heard of Cardinal Hayes, it's a high school in New York City. I knew people that went to Rice. That's that high school doesn't exist anymore. But I knew quite a few people that played college basketball and played college football. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of these dudes, not all of them, but a lot of these dudes, when they got to wherever the next level was for them and they started dating them white women, they all said the same thing. Every single which one of them that started dating white women said the same thing. They was like, yo, Way less problems. They do this, less arguing, less. And I'm not. I love black women. You already know what it is. So I'm not bashing black women at all. She's Venezuelan. Thank you. I'm not bashing black women, but people thought she was Puerto Rican or some kind of Spanish. So it don't matter.
Venezuelan is Spanish.
No, that's just a person nitpicking. And I said Puerto Rican, so we're gonna let them nitpick. Why not, right? So I don't care about it. Let's let them say what they want to say. So the point in which I'm trying to make is we need to be more supportive of one another, to the point where if we do say something critical to one another, it's not hate. People wonder,
it's just constructive criticism.
Well, there's nothing wrong with constructive criticism, but I'm saying that's not the form of criticism that we tend to give each other. That's what I'm saying. And
right.
At least that's not the form of criticism I'm used to getting, so I can't speak for everybody.
Yeah, it's the criticism we get is criticism.
Yeah.
Tearing us down.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like yo, you're doing good at this, but you need to improve on this, or maybe you should do this a little better, or maybe you should. It's always like, no, that sucks. That ain't gonna work. That's trash.
Exactly.
That's a dub. Like,
exactly.
Tell me. Don't keep telling me what's wrong about something. Tell me how I can improve.
Boom.
I can respect that.
Boom. That's a fact. Actually, that's what the conversation is supposed to be. The conversation isn't supposed to be you're wrong. The conversation is supposed to be, well, this is how we can do that better. And then you leave it up to the other person to decide whether if those are the steps that they want to take, but you can't force it on them.
Exactly.
At least that's my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm just talking. Anyway, I'm about to let you go. Anything you want to end off with, my brother?
Yo, salute to the BBN network, all the supporters, the whole BBN gang, the whole BBN movement. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I like having these conversations with y'all. Entertain. Being interactive. But yeah, my new video out, Frio season. The homie Frost played it twice on the live feed. Appreciate it if you guys go to my channel, Frio Isa Black on YouTube. If you need it, I commented in the chat a few times, so you can just go to my channel. Music streaming on all platforms. Follow me on IG, FRIOISABLAQUE44. Thank you again, Jack Frost. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Yo, pull up next week. I would like for you to pull up on the show next week sometime.
Yeah, I'm on deck.
All right, that's what
as
it is.
As many days as you want me, as much as you can stand, we here. We chop it up. You know what I'm saying? We build like we always do. It's always great conversation.
Appreciate you, my brother. Later.
You already know. Have a good night.
Frio ISO Black, shout out to the brother. I know that y'all like talking with me and chopping it up with me, so I love having the people on, but I also know that y'all like just talking to me, because y'all rap bastards. Whenever I have somebody on the phone, y'all be leaving sometimes, because y'all be, like, some of y'all be like, oh man, I think it'd be the haters though. Anyway, we got a drop, so let me call the drop real quick. Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment. I fucking love these guys. Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment. He got people over at his crib doing a watch party for that fight. I forgot the fight was coming on. I should have got it. He's doing a watch party for the fight, and Foot in the Ass Entertainment still came through and did a drop. Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment with the $20 drop. He said, Foot in the Ass, just showing support. Appreciate you, my brother. Native Son said, if you don't own your masters, your ad masters own you, for real, for real. It's a whole fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. What up, Native Son? Wait, first of all, let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. We had a pretty good conversation about industry with somebody who actually was in meetings to get record deals. Once again, we're just trying to do the best that we can over here on informing people on what's going on. If y'all want to talk about, I didn't make a video. Somebody asked me, I didn't make a video about Black Rob. I'm going to explain why I didn't make a video about Black Rob. Sometimes I just be spent talking about all of our people that just keep passing away. Sometimes I'm just spent. Sometimes I just don't want to keep talking about the death. So, pardon me. Alright? Sometimes I just don't want to keep talking about the death. I don't know what to tell you. So I didn't make the video about Black Rob. That's why. There's quite a few other people who passed away in our culture that I did make videos on. Sometimes I just get tired of talking about the death. They go Frio right there in the chat. Y'all could go to his page. Sub him. Sub him. We didn't drop any YouTube videos today other than the lives. We're going to probably drop some videos tomorrow. We're going to probably drop some videos tomorrow. We're still going to be going hard on IG tomorrow also. So I'm getting into this groove where we could go hard on IG and hard on YouTube at the same time in the same day. So I got a thing I'm going to try tomorrow, and I hope I can make it work. We're still going to do the morning live. We're still going to do the live at night. This shit is just very energy expending. Don't feel bad for me. This is the career path I chose, so I'm fine. But I gotta figure out how to make this work so I can do all of the things. We gonna get it going. Anyway, what else do I want to talk about? I don't really want to call it a night. Anything y'all want to discuss? Somebody said something about the gang member that cried after he got beat up and snitched the police on IG Live. I think he got his chain snatched and he got robbed or some shit like that. I don't know what to think about that. I keep telling y'all that there's a ton of snitches out there. I'm not surprised. Well, I don't understand. A lot of these dudes are snitches. Like snitches. Like, I'm not talking about a regular civilian calling the police. I'm talking about actual gang member calling the police. A lot of these dudes are snitches. You don't want to believe me? I don't know what to tell you. I've been telling y'all these dudes are snitches for the longest. I don't know what to tell you. Y'all, some people get enamored with a civilian snitching. So I don't know what to tell you. But I've been telling y'all that a lot of these dudes are snitching for the longest. A lot of these dudes are snitches, man. It is what it is. I'm not even mad at them. I can't be mad at him. What the fuck? I'm not a gang member. I can't be mad at the dude. I'm also not going to tell that dude to allow himself to go get killed. How about that? That dude wanted his shit, whatever it was. Who am I to tell him he shouldn't have had it? I mean... A lot of these dudes is tough in groups. I had to learn the hard way. No, I have not seen the Billie Holiday movie. Maybe I'll watch it. I had to learn the hard way. Sometimes when that dude walk up on you and flexing, it's because there's like 6 or 7 dudes waiting for you to swing on them. I had to learn the hard way. Sometimes people are just flexing because they know they got people back there waiting to jump you, waiting to jump in. Niggas be on sucker shit. So what do? I try to avoid all conflict. I ain't got time for no conflict. I don't got time for nothing that isn't gonna help bring me money. I don't got time in getting into. I don't got no time getting into no arguments, no nothing with nobody. And Batter says Choke got paperwork and people forgive him. I guess you was right. Pick and choose. What you gonna do? People are always snitching. I don't know what to tell you. There are a ton of people that snitched. I just don't talk about it because it's a waste of time. Why am I going to tell you who the snitches are? Why am I gonna, what? People gonna just be cool with half of these people who snitched anyway? And people gonna be mad at me. And I'm not, so I don't care. There's a lot of snitches out there. It is what it is. People just tough in numbers, man. They're gonna act like they're gonna shoot the fair one with you, just so they could set it off, and then somebody could run up behind you, stab you, or some weirdo shit. It is what it is. That's the culture we living in. What does my son call it? Coward culture? Yeah, it's coward culture. That's what my son calls it. Coward culture. Hitting on women. Coward culture. Jumping people, like starting, that shit is coward culture. Yeah, it seems to me like the majority of the people who always is talking about snitches, it be the snitches. I mean, not all the time, I'm not gonna say that, but you know, some people don't fuck with snitches because they got snitched on. Right? Some people don't fuck with snitches because somebody they love got snitched on. Some people just don't fuck with snitches because it's just shit that they just don't do. So I'm not going to say it's always the one who acts like they hate the snitches the most. But no, I get what you're saying. 100% I get what you're saying. And I'm not saying you're incorrect to the point where there are a lot of people who act like they hate the snitches the most. And they're doing the most about the shit. But, you know, they are out there snitching themselves. That's a fact. That's a fact. I want to show y'all how stupid, so I'm not even going to show y'all. The people on IG can see it. Y'all gonna see a lot of rappers passing away in the next 5 to 6 years, man. Y'all gonna see a lot of rappers from the 90s and from the early 2000s and from y'all gonna see a lot of them passing away. Y'all know why, right? You know why you're gonna see a lot of these rappers passing away? Anybody got any guess? I'm about to tell you, but can anybody have any guess why you're gonna see a lot of these rappers passing away in the next couple of years? Next 10 years. A lot of these rappers are going to be passing away. Can anybody guess why? Can anybody guess why? Next 10 years, a lot of rappers is going to be passing away. Anybody can guess why? Nobody's answering. I'm going to tell you. Health reasons. GST and drugs, close enough. Because basically their health is terrible because of all of the drinking and drugging that they did. That's a fact. So if you want to say drugs, lifestyle, that's a fact, bada. A lot of rappers is going to be passing away in the next 10 years. Because they get into that 50-year range. And they done abuse their bodies so bad. They get into that 50-year range. You don't notice that a lot of rappers that was big in the 90s now is in the health like a motherfucker? Nobody else notices that but me? You got fucking Noriega running in marathons. What the fuck? Nori was running in marathons. Got a lot of rappers that decided to start taking care of themselves. I'm trying to tell you. They was living hard. That's why when I look at these rappers now and I see these rappers get locked up and got to get locked up for a year too, that might be good for them. That little bit of time that Kodak did, that time that Kodak just did, that shit might have saved him some. That shit might have saved him some life. Also, I don't think you could drop to the Cash App. I mean to the Super Chat. For everybody that knows, I don't think you could drop to the super chat because this video is labeled promotion. So I don't think you could drop to the super chat. Drink Champs Nori runs in marathons. What other Nori do you know? In hip hop, he runs in marathons, homie. No, this didn't happen with Rock. But I'm not going to get into an organ harvesting conversation with you. That Normie. He's running in fucking marathons and all types of different shit now. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm about to let y'all go. Yeah, these guys is going to jail and they getting healthy. Because they not out here using all types of different drugs, man. They not out here using all types of different drugs that's keeping them up 3-4 days at a time. Staying awake 3-4 days at a time. That shit is terrible in your body, yo. That's why when these dudes get out of jail, when people be like, yo, they look different, I'm busy thinking to myself, well, they should kind of look different. You know, they haven't been smoking and drinking the way that they were when they went in. They should definitely look different. Hey, I know who you are now, Phil Jackson. I was talking, somebody was saying something. Yeah, so basically, I think them weirdos think I'm in here talking to myself. Like, why? Because you notice that whenever somebody is minding somebody else's business, they always get the wrong idea. That's like one of the main reasons why I don't mind other people's business. Like, if this shit isn't for work, and I'm not doing this shit for work, that's one of the main reasons why I don't mind other people's business. Because I be sitting there thinking how many times I hear people say that they think something because they minding somebody else's business and they have no idea what's going on. And I be thinking how often I'm like, well, that person's an idiot. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be an idiot. So I'm not going to just mind random people's business. I'm going to probably just mind my own. Anyway, with that being said, I just want to post this one more time. I just want y'all to see this. And we're going to get up out of here. I love y'all. Everybody go have a good night. I mean, there's like boxing or some kind of fight on. Go enjoy the fight. If y'all still watching the fight, go enjoy the fight. Enjoy your night. Remember, look, at the end of the day, I want everybody to win. And if you're not putting out positive energy, you can't win. So positive energy. Let's keep that positive energy flowing. Let's try to encourage others. Let's be an asset. I had to literally have somebody try to add me on PlayStation. I'm letting you know right now. I don't add nobody on PlayStation if I don't know who they are on IG. So whoever that is trying to add me on PlayStation, if I don't know who you are and feel comfortable with who you are, I'm not going to add you. I'm just going to keep it a stack. And I don't care. With that being said, let's go out there and let's be productive. Let's, you got anybody still in your household awake, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Let's give people their flowers while they're still here. We don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Also, when we wake up in the morning, please, let's make sure that we get some water in us. Water is important. So let's make sure that we get some water in us. And with that being said, anybody that want to do any promo tomorrow, hit me up tonight. I'm gonna I slid the shit off the damn table by accident. Anybody that want to do some promo tomorrow, hit me up tonight. I'm preparing all promo for tomorrow tonight. I'm probably not gonna go to sleep for another 2 hours, 3 hours maybe. I'm preparing all promo that I'm posting tomorrow tonight. Anybody that want to do promo for Sunday morning, hit me up tonight. It's for the super low. I'm just gonna $10 promo. So whoever want to do promo tomorrow, hit me up tonight. And I'm out. Just $10 promo. It's nothing. It's gonna be for the super low. I'm gonna do it for the super low. Why not? I've been charging people more than that actually, but I'm doing all promo for tomorrow for $10 for the super low. So if you want to do promo, just hit me up on IG, on this IG. There's a reason why I tell people to hit me up on this IG in contrast with the other IG sometimes. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. # Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one.